I'm asking permission to do something. If I take this one out, will you be offended? We are talking about how do we best interact with people of other religions. It is a very important topic. I will show you some pictures and I'll ask a question. If you have an answer, shout it out. Okay? What do you see? What do you see? Yes, shout it. Yes. What? Maybe we need a mic there. What do you see? Can someone shout what he sees? We have just eaten. We should have
It's another form of religion.
Another form of religion? Okay, what do you see? Raise your hand. There's a mic now circulating. What do you see?
I'm seeing a person and a building.
Okay, I love that. Okay, what do you see?
A Buddhist monk.
There's a hand over there.
A Buddhist monk.
Oh, a Buddhist monk. Okay, okay. That was the first one. This one, what do you see? Oh, a Muslim praying. Okay, okay. And what do you see?
Up again.
What do you see? Oh, Catholic. Okay, someone say Buddhist, someone say Muslim, someone say Catholic. Okay, I ask a question. What if God sees something different? Acts chapter 10. I ask the question, instead of seeing a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Catholic, what if God is seeing God-fearers?
I'm
not saying that these are the religion you need to practice, but Peter says this. In truth, I perceive that God shows no partiality, but in every nation, whoever fears him and works righteousness is accepted by him. When we say Buddhist, what comes to our mind? When we say Muslim, what comes to our mind? When we say Catholic, what comes to our mind? Sometimes we associate some labels with those names that become barriers for us to interact with them. Do you agree with me? Sometimes the labels we put on people create obstacles from us positively interacting with them. If you don't believe me, at least believe Ellen White. This is what she says. We should not upon entering a place, build up unnecessary barriers between us and other denominations.
Akumelanga nasingena kwenye indawo sifake imigoqo esenqabela ukuthi sifinyelelane namanye amabandla,
Especially the Catholic,
ikakhulu amakhatolika,
so that they shall think we are their avowed enemies.
ukuze bethine bebona ngathi siyizitha zabo ezinkulu.
We should not create a prejudice in their mind unnecessarily
Akumelanga sibeke emcabangweni wabo ukuthi sehlukene nabo
by making a raid upon them.
ngokuthi sibanike amabizo.
Notice the last sentence. This is from Ellen White.
Asikhangelele ekucineni.
From that which God has shown me, a great number will be saved from among the Catholics.
Kulokho uNkulunkulu angitshengise khona baningi abekatolika abasakusindiswa.
Pastor Silas, when I first read this, I shook.
Ngathi ngibala lokhu ngaqhuqa.
Elder Reneke, I'm glad I'm not the one saying it. If not,
Ngiyacabanga ezareneke singekutshoyo lokho.
some of them will have thrown stones at me right now.
Ngoba ngaba ngikhande ngamatshe abanye lapho.
You can check it out for yourself. Evangelism page 573.
Ungazibalela kwi-evangelism page 573.
She said that sometimes the way we treat, the names we use to call other people can raise unnecessary barriers.
Kwesinye isikhathi ukuthi yena ngamabizo esiwapha abantu aseyimigoqo
And she continues
abeseqhubeka.
on page 574.
Lucas 5:74.
Be cautious in your labors, brethren,
Qaphelani nxa isebenza bathandekayo,
not to assail the prejudice of the people too strongly.
ukuze lingayenzi abantu bacabange ngani ngamandla.
There should be no going out of the way to attack other denominations,
Lingaphumi ukuthi liyehlasela amanye amabandla,
for it only creates a combative spirit
ngoba kwenza bafune ukulwisana lathi
and closes ears and heart to the entrance of the truth.
bese kubenza bavale indlebe lenhliziyo ukuthi iqiniso lingangeni kubo.
Madam,
Mama,
imagine that
cabanga lokho.
you invite me to your house.
Ake sidunqusele emzini wakho
I come in,
bese ngisiza.
the first thing I do,
Into yokuqala engiyenzayo
I look around,
bese
I say,
ngithalaza
oh,
ngithi
your house is dirty.
indlu yakho ingcolile,
You don't sweep your house?
awuthanyeli kade.
Oh, see how the chairs
Akubona izitulo
are messed up.
zinjani kade.
You see the spider webs everywhere.
Akubona kulobulembu indawo yonke.
When I come tomorrow, will you open your door for me to
Ungabuya
enter?
kusasa ungangabukela yini?
No, I won't.
Liyakubona yini?
Sometimes it is the exact thing we do when
Kwesinye
we
isikhathi
interact
yikho kanye
with
esikwenzayo
other
lokho.
people from other religions.
Nasikhuluma nabantu bamanye amabandla.
This morning,
Ngale kuseni
Elder Reneke read a passage
ubaba uReneke ubane indawo
that I will build on.
enza kwakhela kuyo.
Christ's method alone will give true success in reaching the people.
Indlela kaJesu yodwa yiyo ephumelelayo ukufinyelela
The
abantu.
Savior mingled with men as one who desired their good.
Umsindisi wahlanganyela nabantu njengomuntu wayedinga okulungileyo kubo.
He showed their sympathy for them,
Waveza umusa kubo,
ministered to their needs,
wakhangela izidingo zabo,
and won their confidence.
bamthemba,
Then he bade them follow me.
wasebatshela ukuthi mlandelani.
Then I asked myself a question.
Ngase ngizibuza umbuzo,
What does that mean for our interaction with adherents of other religions?
kutshoni lokho kithi nalabo abazinikona?
Who has a Muslim friend here?
Ngoba nomngane ongummuslim lapho,
No one.
ambonisa.
Who has a Catholic friend here?
Ngoba nomngane ongumkatolika,
Oh, I see few hands.
siphakame ezinye izandla.
Okay. So the rest, you only have Adventist friends.
Iningi kutho ukuthi abangani bethu ngamazinsali njengathi.
You know, if you don't interact with your neighbors who are Muslim and Catholic,
Nxa ungasahlanganeni labomakhelwane bakho abangama-Muslim,
how how do you want them to respond to your invitation for a public evangelistic meeting?
ufuna bathini nawe usibanyusela kuma-effort?
You don't interact with me,
awuhlanganyeli nami,
and you come with an invitation and believing that I will run to your meeting, I will not go.
ubusubuya lokho usicabanga ukuthi ngizahamba lapho asoze yonke.
Am I being recorded?
Kambe ngiyangirekhoda yini?
Can you stop the recording till I tell you to continue?
ngicela lingirekhoda kancane ngizalitshela ukuthi ngirekhoda. Ngingaqalisa ukurekhoda.
Thank you, sir.
Siyabonga.
I want to be safe.
Ufuna ukuba safe.
So that article was published last January.
uJanuwari ophelileyo lokhu kwapublishwa ke
Take your phones and scan it. You will get it.
ngathatha amafoni
Take
ngisikane
out
lapha.
your phones and scan the QR code. Everybody,
ungakhipha ifoni yakho uthathe ngekamera lokhu kuzaphume i-article yakhona.
Pastor Silas, your phone, scan the QR code.
Skanani ikhodi leyi phakathi phezulu.
Everybody, scan it.
Ngase liskanele.
Did you scan it?
Seliskanele.
I'm left with half an hour. We'll quickly run through it. It is a short article. Everybody,
Sisele nje lemzuzu ngu-30.
do you have it?
Selinayo yini?
Who has it?
Bani oselayo?
I did it, it worked.
Mina ngikwenzile ukusebenzisa.
Who has it?
Bani olayo?
Elder Ngoma, can you help somehow?
Babu Ngoma uhamba nomunye.
Pastor Silas, try to scan it and see. Okay. Who has it?
Bani osephumelele.
Okay, some people have it. Thank you.
Abanye sebeyitholile.
Okay, good. Those who have it, can you find a way to share it with the rest? To airdrop it to anyone.
Lingalithumezelana nxa kuvuma.
Okay? So I give 10 points
Lapha kulemigqa engu-10
in that article.
kuyona lo mbhalo.
I will not read everything, I will leave it to you.
Asoze ngibale konke
Study it
ngizabale
carefully.
ngikukhangelisise.
In order to have effective, meaningful relationship with people of other religions,
Nxa lifuna ukuba nobudlelwano obuqinileyo nabanye bezinkolo,
the first thing we need to do,
into yokuqala kumele siyenze.
you get it? How many have it now? Raise your hand. How many have the article?
Sebangakabalayo.
Okay, thank you.
Siyabonga.
At least some people have it. The first thing you need to do
Okokuqala kumele ukwenze
is not to pray for them, but to pray for yourself.
hatshi ukubakhulekela bona kodwa ukuzikhulekela wena.
To pray that God will save you from prejudice towards those who are not Adventists.
Ukuthi uNkulunkulu akusize ungacabangi kude ngabantu abangasoma
Do
Adventist.
you understand it?
Ngiyakuzwisisa.
Because if you have prejudice towards someone, you cannot effectively minister to the person.
Ngoba nxa ucabanga kubi ngaye awusoze umfinyelele kuhle.
So you pray for yourself
Okokuqala uyazikhulekela.
and you ask God to give you understanding and guidance
Ucele uNkulunkulu akunike ukuzwisisa
on how best
ukuthi ungenza njani ngcono
to be his representative to those people.
kuba ummeli wakhe kulabo bantu.
How best to mingle with them.
Ukuthi ungakwenza njani ukuhlanganyela nabo.
How best to minister to their needs.
Ukuthi ungenza njani ukuthi ufinyelele izidingo zabo.
How best to establish a strong relationship with
Ukuthi
them.
ungakwenza njani ukuthi ube nobuhlobo nobudlelwano
Number
obuqinileyo
two.
nabo. Okwesibili,
Educate yourself.
zifundise.
Do you have Muslim here in Zimbabwe?
Amamuslim akhona lapha eZimbabwe?
Yes?
Yes.
Okay? How much do you know about Islam?
wazi okungakanani nge-Islam?
How much do you know about Islam?
Wazi okungakanani nge-Islam?
0.
0.
If you don't know anything about Islam, how will you witness to them?
Nongazi lutho ngesi-Islam uzafaka
The
kanjani?
best way to witness to someone from other religion is to start with common grounds.
Indlela enhle yokuqalisa ukukhulumisana nomuntu wenkolo yikuthi uqale lapho ngolwazi ngenkolo yakho.
If you don't have common ground,
Nxa ungena lapho okwazi khona okwazelana
what
nawo
will you build on?
uzakwakhela ngaphi?
I studied Islam.
Ngafunda nge-Islam.
I was in a certain Muslim country.
Ngakwelinye ilizwe elesi-Muslim.
I was going for a conference
Ngangisiya emhlanganweni lapho
by bus.
ngebhasi.
And my neighbor
Umakhelwane
was a Muslim.
wayengumuslim.
And he asked me,
Wambuza,
"Are you a Christian?"
"UmKristu yini?"
No. He asked me, "Are you a Muslim?"
Wambuza wathi, "Ungummuslim yini?"
I said, "Yes."
Wathi yebo.
Did I lie?
Ngakhamba amanga yini?
Did I lie?
Ngakhamba amanga yini?
Did I? No, I did not lie.
Hayi, azange ngakhamba amanga.
Do you know what Muslim means?
Liyakwazi ukuthi umuntu
Someone who has surrendered his life or her life to God.
umuntu onikele impilo yakhe kuNkulunkulu.
Have I surrendered my life to God?
Nganikela yini impilo yami kuNkulunkulu?
Speak their language.
Khuluma ulimi lwabo.
Do you know if I say that, no, I am a Christian?
Uyakwazi ukuthi aluba ngamphendula ngathi hayi ngingumKristu.
Do you know what is coming into his mind?
Ungakwazi ukuba uzafika lukhale emcabangweni wakhe.
Someone who drink alcohol,
Umuntu onatha,
who eat pork,
ukodla unkulunkulu,
and who run after women.
umuntu othanda abafazi.
Is it what I do?
Yikho ekwenza yini?
Is it what I do?
Yikho ekwenza.
I don't do any of those.
Awukwenzi konke khona.
So I spoke his language.
Ngakhuluma ulimi lwakhe.
Then he asked me,
Wasebuza,
"What branch of Islam are you practicing?"
ungaluphi ugatsha lwe-Islam wena?
I said, "I am a Hanif."
Ngathi
He
ngiyi-Hanif.
said, "Great.
Wathi kuhle.
Who is a Hanif?" A
uHanif yini?
Hanif is a Muslim that seeks to walk on the path of Abraham.
Umhalifu ngumuslim ohamba ngendlela ka-Abraham.
Oh, he said, "Wow." He said, "That is good."
Kuhle lokhu.
He said, "Okay, we have several types of Hanifs. Which are you?"
Wasewuthi kulemihlobo eminingi yamahalifu.
I
Wena uyiphi
said,
yakho?
"I am a Hanif Seventh-day Adventist."
Ngathi ngumhalifu Seventh Day
He
Adventist.
said, "What is that again?"
Wathi yini?
So the bus was going.
Ibhasi
We
yayilokhu
were
ihamba.
talking. I was explaining.
Lokhu emchasisela.
Then when we got to the bus
Seshe
station,
sesifike esitishini.
he turns to me.
Ukhavela kimi.
He shakes my hand.
Angithokozisayo.
He says,
Uthi yena,
"You are a better Muslim than me."
ungummuslim ongcono kulo.
You get that?
Ngiyakuzwa lokhu.
If I did not educate myself,
Aluba ngazange ngithole lolu lwazi.
maybe I would not be standing here today.
Ngeke ngahamba.
So educate yourself.
Zifundise. Dinga ulwazi.
Okay? Maybe if there are Hindus here, educate yourself.
Nxa kunabantu besihindu.
So that one day, if your Hindu friend decides to come to your house,
Ukuthi kwelinye ilanga ugabakho umhindu yokuvakasha.
you know the type of food to give to the person.
Uyakwazi ukuthi uzamuphi ukudla bayo.
Because there are some dietary regulations.
Ngoba banemithetho yezokuthi.
So educate yourself.
Zifundise.
Number 3,
Okwesithathu,
avoid assumptions.
cabangele.
Avoid assumptions.
Ungacabangeli lutho.
When Abraham went to Hey, Bible scholars, help me. When Abraham lied that Sarah was his sister, not his wife, was it Abimelech?
Now Abraham,
When Abraham went to Abimelech, and they asked, "Is it your wife?" He said, "No." He said, "She's my sister." When he was rebuked, what did Abraham say? "I thought there was no fear of God here." True of us. Abraham thought that he was the only one that knew the true God. But God showed him that he has other children elsewhere. So don't think that only Adventists are going to heaven. Don't make false assumptions. And again, let me come back to Islam. The fourth point, you need to learn to ask questions. If you have a Muslim friend that asks you, "Do you believe that Jesus is the Son of God?" Don't answer yes. Don't say anything. Ask him, "What do you mean by that?" Do you understand? Let him explain to you his understanding of Jesus being the Son of God. Because during the time of Muhammad, there was a Christian sect in Saudi Arabia that thought that the Trinity was God the Father that went to bed with Mary and Jesus was born. Is it the Trinity you believe in? You see? So if he asks you, "Do you believe that Jesus is the Son of God?" you say yes, you are giving him something false because he is not thinking like you. He has something else in his mind. Number 5. Speak truth with love. Speak truth with love. Okay? Write this down. I got it from John C. Maxwell. John C. Maxwell says that people don't care about how much you know until they know how much you care. Are you there? People don't care about how much you know as Adventists. What they want to know is how much you care. Again, Jesus' method. Speak truth with love. Are we together? The 6th point. Consider the timing. Take up your Bibles. Let us read John 16 verse 12. John 16 verse 12. Jesus speaking to his disciples. John 16 verse 12. What does Jesus say? I still have many things to tell you, but you cannot bear them now. When the time comes, the Holy Spirit will teach you. So be careful about the timing of the things you teach from the Adventist perspective to others who are not Adventists. So the timing should be taken into consideration. If Jesus told his disciples that they could not bear some teaching now.
ukuthi kwakunamanye amaqiniso ababengeke bamele ngaleso sikhathi
We should not do differently.
nathi awumelanga sezokuthiyelela.
Listen to what Ellen White says.
Lalela ukuthi Ellen White uthi
Number 9. Go to 9.
number 9.
Number 9, if you have the article, be mindful of when and where you share information.
Qaphela ukuthi ukhuluma ngaphi ezinye izinto.
Choose the right moment for meaningful conversation.
Ukhethe isikhathi esifaneleyo ukuthi ukhulume.
According to Ellen White,
Ngokutsho ka-Ellen White,
many efforts, though made at great expense,
amanye ama-effort lanxa uchithe imali eziningi
have been in a large measure unsuccessful because they did not meet the wants of the time or the place.
ehlulekile ukuthola ukuphumelela ngoba kafinyelelanga izidingeko
Do you understand
zendawo
what she
leyo
said?
zesikhathi.
She said that we need to consider the timing and the place.
Kumele sinanzelele isikhathi lendawo.
Let me go to number 10.
Asiyeni kunumber 10.
Practice hospitality.
Bana umuntu owamukela abanye.
Practice hospitality.
Bana umuntu owamukela abanye.
What is hospitality?
Ukwamukela abantu kanjani?
The art of welcoming others into your space.
Ukuthi nxa abantu befika endaweni yakho bakeleke.
Ellen White tells us that the strongest argument in favor of the gospel is a loving and lovable Christian.
Siyatshela uEllen White ukuthi ufakazi okhulu evangeli umKristu othandekayo futhi onothando.
The art of hospitality.
Ukuba umuntu owamukelayo.
I have a Muslim friend.
Ukhona umngane ongummuslim.
When I met him
Lapho ngihlangana naye
in the US,
eAmerica.
he has a bachelor degree in mathematics.
Kule degree le-maths
And he was doing a low-paying job.
esemsebenzini oholisa imali ephansi.
I encouraged him to go back to school.
Ngamkhuthaza ukuthi abuyele esikoleni.
He went back to school.
Abuyele esikoleni.
Today,
Namuhla
he makes more money than me.
uhola edlule yami imali.
He has a master's in computer science.
Usele-masters e-computer science.
So we became friends.
Saba ngabangani ngalezo.
He's a young fellow.
Usesemutsha.
He likes sport cars.
Uthanda imota lezi ezokuncintisana.
The cars he drives,
Imota ayisebenzisayo
I cannot buy them.
mina ngeke
One day, he comes to our house,
wasefika ngekhaya kwenina
one of his sport cars,
ngenye yalezi moto
and he asked me,
wathi kimi
he calls me uncle.
uthi malume
He
kimi
said, uncle,
uthi malume
I bought a new car.
thenga imoto eyinye
My father has not yet seen it.
ubaba akayibona
I want you to drive it before my father.
funa wena ubaba angayitho.
Do you see that?
Uyabona lokho?
I went into that car.
Ngangena emotweni
Oh la
leyo.
la. Yeah, it drives nice.
Imota yayinhle.
And one day we invite him
Kwelinye ilanga samusa
for food.
ukuthi azuke ekudleni
We eat.
sadla.
Another day we invited him again.
Kwelinye ilanga samusa futhi.
And when he came that day,
Wathi esizalelo lapho
I tell him,
ngamtshela
I said, don't be afraid
esaba
to eat in our house.
ukudla lapho.
Whatever we give you to eat and drink,
Esikupha konke udle unathe
don't be afraid. I was shocked.
ngamangala.
He turns to me,
Wangibhakela.
he said, uncle,
Wathi malume,
are you referring to Leviticus 11?
wathi utsho uLevi 11.
I said, who?
Wathi hawu.
I said, yes.
Wathi
He
yena.
said, no.
Wathi
When
hayi.
I did my research,
Ngike ngabala
when
amabala.
I knew that you were an Adventist pastor,
Ngakuthi ufundiswe
I
samanye.
went to study Adventist
Ngahamba
and
uyakhangela.
I've learned what they eat and what they don't eat.
Abona abakudla nabangakudli.
And whatever they eat, Muslim can eat.
Abothi hayi. Namamuslim ayasidla.
Do you see where hospitality has gone?
Ngiyabona ukuthi
Because we
kwamanye
invited
abantu
him, he went to study about us and he knew that we have common ground.
ngokumnxusa wahamba wafunda ngathi wabona lapho esivumelana khona.
So we have been interacting for about 5 years now.
Sesingaba neminyaka ewu-5 silobudlelwano.
He got married last year
Washada unyaka ophelileyo
to a woman who veils herself.
unkosikazi wakhe uyazimvoza.
The first day he brought his wife to our house,
Nxa ebuya nonkosikazi wakhe kokuqala kithi
the wife was not feeling comfortable.
wayengahlalisekanga unkosikazi
But
wakhe.
praise God,
Kodwa siyayibonga inkosi.
my wife has the gift of welcoming people into our space.
Unkosikazi unesipho
She
sokwamukela
did everything for the woman to be at ease.
wenza konke ukuthi amenza athelelese.
Several months ago,
Inyanga ezithile ezidluleyo
we invited them for food.
sabanxusela futhi
When they came
bathi befika
on the dining table,
khona phana etafuleni lokudla
guess what I did?
ake libodingezana
I asked her husband to bless the food.
ngacela umkakhe ukuthi akhulekele ukudla.
Am I crazy?
Kambe njani mina?
He did a prayer. If you did not know him, you would think that he was an Adventist pastor.
Indlela akhuleka ngayo wawuzacabanga ukuthi imfundiso wesabatha.
I smiled in my heart.
Ngabobotheka
I said, Lord, thank you.
athi ngiyabonga Nkosi.
Thank you.
Ngiyabonga Nkosi.
Please.
Ngiyacela
My time is, I'm left with about 7 minutes.
sesifitshane isikhathi
Find
lesiseleyo.
the article.
Ake libale leli phepha.
Read it carefully.
Likhangelisise.
Elder Ngoma, can they come to you if they want you to share with WhatsApp? You can go to him, he will share the article with you.
Uzanincedisa ubaba uNgoma.
Prayerfully study it.
Lilibale ngokuthandaza.
Be open to mingle.
Vumelane ukuhlangana nabanye.
Be open to minister to people's needs.
Lifinyelele izidingo zabo.
And you will see the result.
Uzabona izithelo zakho.
The last story.
Okugcina.
I am a very shy person.
Umuntu olenhloni.
I'm struggling as I stand here.
Ngiyabe ngithwele nzima nxa ngile njengapha.
I don't look at your eyes.
Angikhangele emehlweni.
When you see me fixing you,
Nxa libona
I'm not fixing your eye.
ngikhangelanga
I'm
emehlweni.
fixing your forehead.
Khangela iziphatho.
That's how I survive.
Yikho okuzisizayo.
One day I was going to work.
Kwelinye ilanga ngasemsebenzini.
I was late.
Ngiphuzile.
I prayed for God to keep a parking spot for me in front of the seminary.
Ngacela uNkulunkulu ukuthi achiye kule ndawo ngapha khona phambi kwalapho.
And I told Jesus,
Ngamtshela ukuthi
you asked me to ask everything I want, you will provide.
ngicela noma yini uzangipha.
I said, I'm asking this morning for a parking spot.
Ngicela ngale msebenzi uyaphana phana phambi.
Do it. So when I got in front of the seminary,
Ngifika
there was no parking spot.
yayingekho indawo.
I quarreled with Jesus that day.
Ngakhuluma
I
kakhulu.
said, you let me down.
Athi ungenzeni.
You could not even keep a parking space for me.
Ngithiyele indawo phambi.
Then I went to park very far
Lapha khatshana le.
and I was walking to the office.
Hamba inyawo siya ofisini.
I saw a woman
Ngabona omunye umama
in front of me.
phambi kwami.
When I was passing,
Ngathi ngidlula
a voice told me,
ngezwa kusithi nje
say good morning to her.
ubingelele umuntu
I said, I'm not saying good morning.
phikisana nokucabanga.
The voice said, greet her. I said, I'm not greeting. I'm not greeting. And the voice again said, say good morning.
ilizwi lathi
So I
khuluma lawo.
said, good morning, madam.
Ngibingelele.
Say good morning. I said, how are you doing?
Ngathi kunjani?
She said, I'm not doing fine. I said, what happened?
Ngathi kwenze njani?
I said, do you work here or you are a student?
Ukuthi usebenza lapha kumbe
She said that she was a student.
wathi uyafunda.
I said, what are you studying?
Wathi ufunda
She said MD.
wathi ngenza i-MD.
I said, oh, are you enjoying the course? Are you enjoying it? She said, no.
Wathi hayi
I cannot wait to get out of this place.
hayi sendingile angisakwanisi nokuma lapha sokuhlala.
I said, why?
Wathi kwenze njani?
She said, I'm not Adventist.
Somsabatha.
And my student colleagues are telling me that I'm going to hell because I'm not Adventist.
Engifunda lawo batshela ukuthi ngiya egereni ngiyodwa sonsabathi.
If you see her, she does not wear earring, no necklace, you will not know that she's not an Adventist woman.
Akagqizi lutho angemboni ukuthi ngasonsala.
Then I said, whoa. I said, I'm sorry.
Ngiyaxolisa.
I'm very sorry.
Ngiyaxolisa.
I said, do you mind coming to my office for me to listen to your story?
Uya ehofisini ngizwe ukunene.
She came.
Wabuya.
She talked. I made sure I listened to her.
Amlalele.
You know what? I was showing that I want her best.
Ngamvezela ukuthi dinga okuhle ukuthi kuvele.
She offloaded.
Waveza konke.
I said, I am sorry.
Ngaxolisa futhi.
Then we booked another appointment.
Savumelana ukuthi
She came.
wabuya.
We booked another appointment.
Savumelana ukuthi futhi njalo.
She came. I asked, what denomination are you from?
Akuzukwenza kuliphi imali.
She told me her denomination.
Wangitshela imali.
I went on the internet.
Ngangena
I looked
ku-internet.
for worship places
Ngadinga
for
indawo
that denomination.
lapho ibandla
They worship on Sunday.
akwenza ngisaya.
Our next appointment,
Esasihlangana.
I told her, hey, your church is in the neighborhood. Here are 2 addresses. You can go there.
Wathi hayi ichechi yakho nasi itholakala lapha hamba khona.
Am I crazy?
Kambe nginjani mina?
Am I crazy?
Nginjani?
She went to her church. The first Sunday,
Isanje yapha.
they told her,
Bamtshela
we want to ordain you
sifuna ukukugcoba
and employ you.
sikhathi.
Because her denomination does not have pastor.
Ngoba ichechi yakhe kayinabafundi.
She ran away.
Wabaleka.
She did not go to that church anymore.
Ahambanga kuleyo chechi.
One day she comes to my office.
Wasefike ofisini kwelinye.
I said, hey, let me listen to your story.
Mana ngilalele right ukutshoyo namuhla.
She said, sir,
Wathi kimi
don't you think it is time for us to start studying the Bible?
awubona ukuthi isikhathi
She's the one that asked me that question. I did not offer Bible study yet.
ukubala lami
But she's the one that told me,
iBhayibheli.
is it not time for us to start studying the Bible?
Wathi kanti sizabalaleli iBhayibheli.
I said, what do you want to study?
Ngakuthi ufuna ukubala ngani?
She made her list.
Wafaka
And we started
ngesikhathi
studying. One morning,
kwelinye ilanga.
I was getting ready to go to church on a Sabbath morning.
Sabathe ekuseni ngase ngilindele ukuthi ngiye ezikhozweni.
I received a text message
Ngabona imeseji
from
ifoni
that woman.
evela kulami.
It says, sir,
Esithi yena,
can you recommend a good 7-day Adventist church to me so that I start attending?
unganilayela liphi ibandla lesabathe ngaya kulo?
Do you see the road we traveled?
Ngiyabona ukuthi waqalisela ngaphi.
If I did not interact with her,
Anoba akazange ngibe nokuhlobo
if I did
lwezimali,
not show concern for her needs,
anoba akazange ngikubhedi
do you think she will listen to me?
ngibona nowezendalela.
Please,
Ngiyacela
the strongest argument in favor of the gospel
okukhulumela ivangeli okukhulu kakhulu
is not carrying the biggest Bible in town.
ayisikho ukuthwala iBhayibheli elikhulu nawo wonke edolobheni.
It is not writing on your car, I am proud, I am a 7-day Adventist.
Ayisikho kubhale emotweni ukuthi
Do that if you want.
ungakwenza
But remember
kodwa khumbula
to be a loving and lovable Christian.
kumele ube ngumKristu othandekayo.
If you go out,
xa uphuma
ask God to put the stamp of the Holy Spirit on you
cela uNkulunkulu akudinde
so that you can make a difference
ukuthi wenze umahluko
wherever you are.
lapho uya khona.
May God bless us.
uNkulunkulu asibusise.